Hello and welcome to the Voice of TOD. I'm Tom, and today in this video we're going to take a look at some new Dungeons & Dragons game news. All very exciting if you're a fan of D&D. Let's jump over to IGN. The link is in the description below if you want to check this out yourself. But an open world third-person Dungeons & Dragons RPG in development. Hidden Path worked with Valve to develop Counter-Strike Global Offense. Hidden Path Entertainment, the studio that worked with Valve to develop CSGO, is working on a AAA third-person open-world fantasy RPG that will be taking place inside the Dungeons & Dragons franchise. Hidden Path shared this news on Twitter by calling out for potential graphic programmers, lead graphic programmers, senior technical artists and writers to apply to join the team and work on this project. By looking at the job descriptions, it appears as though this Dungeons & Dragons project will be built in Unreal Engine 4. Hidden Path is also looking for those experienced in console technology, hinting at a release beyond PC. A writer who has narrative branching skills and experience with ensemble casts and more, so quite a big development drive for them then. Obviously a big project, which is pretty cool. Really nice to hear new stuff like this from people who aren't quite as well known. I know CSGO is huge, but it's just not something in my periphery of gaming. But no, this is good news. In 2019, Wizards of the Coast president Chris Socks revealed that 7 or 8 games are planning for the popular role-playing franchise. Planned? Should that not be? 7 or 8 games are planning for the popular role-playing franchise over the next few years, and this appears to be another one of those alongside the previously announced Dark Alliance action RPG. I've not looked at that, I haven't heard anything about that. But let's not forget Baldur's Gate 3, everybody. That is currently in early access. They keep changing and adding and tweaking. Larian Studios are doing wonderful work with that. I did have a lot of fun, although I did die a few times and that wound me up. But they're doing a lot with that, which is really cool. There is also a Dungeons & Dragons film in the works at Paramount that will star Hugh Grant, Sophia Lillis, Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, Justice Smith, and Regé-Jean Page. Don't know who he is. I think I know the others. I don't know who he is. But Chris Pine is obviously going to be the badass villain of that film by the sounds of it. That's just me speculating, but I'd love to see him play a villain. I think he'd be great. I think he's a brilliant actor. If all this sounds exciting, but you have no idea how to actually play Dungeons & Dragons, be sure to check out you don't need to do that. You can if you want. You'd be more than welcome to. As I say, link in the description. I quite enjoy what I know of Dungeons & Dragons, which is very small. It's just something really fun to do with friends. The expansion into other, I suppose, entertainment mediums is clearly a good idea. Dungeons & Dragons is on a real resurgence in the last 5-6 years. So many people are playing it. It's all over YouTube. Critical Role is doing amazing stuff. I'm a big fan of Critical Role. That's what's got me into Dungeons & Dragons. And just the idea that you can create a character and literally do anything. You just you don't guide the story, but you guide your path and you react to certain things, and it's that kind of, I guess it's a pen and paper RPG. It's not, it's more technically than that now, but it's that idea. There's an honest sort of feel to it. And I'd be interested to see how that rolls over into gaming. We've had things like Baldur's Gate for 20 years. Dragon Age is another big one. I mean, Knights of the Old Republic was written on the idea of Dungeons & Dragons. And that class system, and that turn-based combat is very Dungeons & Dragons. But this sounds really good fun. I hope that this will be good. I might try it out. It depends what route they go. If this is a true RPG that is single player, like Witcher 3, I'd be interested in it. If this is going to be a Destiny kind of idea, and maybe not. I don't know. I'd try it out. I'd like to try it out, especially if it's on console. We will have to see. But there is so much For the Dungeons and Dragons fans these days, it sounds like so much more is going to be announced as well. And the film clearly ramping up production if they're dropping more casting news over the last few weeks. So that's all good for you Dungeons and Dragons fans. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.